Welcome back, everybody. 87 minutes before 7 o'clock. Motivational speaker, preacher and author Mashudu Tshikororo released and launched his latest book titled Water of Life in a Foreign Glass early this year. Well, in this book, he aims to provide the reader with strategies and tips to live a purposeful life by avoiding elements that prevent them from making their dreams come true. Mashudu joins me now in studio to tell us more about this offering. A very good morning to you, Mashudu, and welcome.
Thank you so very much.
What inspired you to write such an interesting book?
Well, what really inspired me is trying to check the environment and the generation that we're living in. We have a lot of young people whom, when they grew up, they were doing great. We could tell, even the teacher will say, this child is going places. At home, we could tell that this child is going to make it through in life. But then in a short space of a time, after probably high school, and then went to university, met wrong people, end up being into various things such as drugs, alcohol, and stuff, and end up terminating or destroying the dream, which was the core and the main value, or the main reason why the child had to what we used to see the child as. Yes. Now we end up seeing the child as somebody who is of no use. In other words, I'm saying, if the child would say this was somebody who would be a president, now we find the very same kid, the very same child being something else, not making it in life. So it worried me a lot to see a lot of young people dying dreamless, yet they had powerful dreams.
It's got quite a catchy title, Water of Life in a Foreign Glass. Why this title? What does it mean? And I want to engage you more on the symbolism behind this title.
Yeah, the reason I use this title, Water of Life obviously is, it relates with something which is alive, which is living, which flourish and become great. And then a foreign glass, when I give a best explanation, we have a water, a drinkable water, and then you pour it into a dirty glass. As soon as you pour the clean water into a dirty glass, no matter how clean the water was, the glass and the water that is in the glass,
you cannot drink it.
You cannot drink it anymore. Okay. So that is basically the reason behind the title, to say we have young people who are great, they are water of life. I will take them that. And then a foreign glass, they tap out in wrong places, and then they find themselves not doing well in the land of living.
Mashudu, you talk of the elements that you say are the biggest contributors to killing people's dreams and aspirations. What are some of those?
Well, some of them is failure to really understand or to identify who you really are. In other words, a lot of people, they do not know their identity. They want to talk about the image. In other words, there's a distinction between identity and image. Identity is who you really are. Image is what people think you are. So people protect what they thought a person is. In other words, if you are great and you fall, you still want to maintain the standard of saying I'm up there, which is an image, but then the real you, whom when you're at home, when you wake up in the morning, it is the very same one who know that things are totally bad. Yeah. When we see you as a millionaire, but you know exactly that in your bank account you don't even have 10 rands. So basically that's the core value. That's the reason behind that.
Look, you keep saying all the right things, but how do I start eradicating some of the dream-killing factors that I may not even be aware of?
Well, one of the major important aspects, friends. You got to choose friends the right way. Choose wisely. And at the very same time, after understanding what you're capable of doing, what you want to achieve in your life, then it's easy to relate to the right people. Because a lot of people end up relating with the wrong people in order to fill the gap, to fit in. They want to fit in. And then for them to fit in, they must do what other people are doing, not what they were meant to do. In other words, they no longer live their purpose. They try to live their purpose. They end up being fake, not original.
Okay.
Yes.
You also talk about investing in one's dreams. Talk to us about some of the strategies that I can apply to achieve some of these dreams.
Well, one of the strategy is having a mentor. You can have a mentor who will monitor and look, somebody whom you can look up to. If you want to be an author, then sure, check who are the authors which are doing well in the market or within the country. Do not focus on people who failed a lot, because we have people who embrace and acknowledge poverty and negativity and terrible things. They appreciate it. They talk as if, you know, they can narrate it in the best way they know how, more than success. So you got to choose wisely, know your friends. One of the strategy is also to study, explore, learn as much as you can. Basically, what is based on your dream. If you want to be a soccer star, for instance, and you hate being in the field, then that means there's a problem with your dream and what you want to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mashudu, thanks for inspiring us so early in the morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Well, speaking to us about his latest inspirational read titled Water of Life in a Foreign Glass is motivational speaker, preacher and author Mashudu Tshikororo. Well, the book is now available for purchase for all those who would like to get themselves a copy. All right, this is Morning.